Good morning. It's 7:40 and we're getting ready for a team meeting. Kendall and I are. Let's see, we have an agenda, we have some snacks, we have some coffee, and the rest of our team is coming in about 20 minutes, just getting ready and preparing for some market statistics and some business development. The market has been interesting the past couple years, and we're starting to see a shift. So I wanted to take today, which is the first of the month, and the release of all of the Northwest Multiple Listing Service statistics, and talk about it. Okay, let's start and look at some data on the local real estate market. So just to give you an idea, I'm pulling data from the greater Seattle area here, and we're just going to look at the median sales price of greater Seattle region. This is 2 years of data, so you can see we've had a average upwards growth here, and we're kind of on this cycle of going up in the spring and summer and down in the fall and winter. The past 2 years have been very, very exaggerated, but you can see, earlier this year it was this huge growth in price up to $1.2 million. That's for just a average single family home, and as of this month we're back down to about $1 million, which was the same as last summer. This is one of my favorite meals. Fried eggs and hummus and cheese on toast. We call it Maxwell's because my brother's Maxwell and he introduced it. He invented it. This is our latest project here. We're redoing our fireplace, and it's causing a lot of tension. So we're trying to convert our wood-burning fireplace into a gas one, and it's very difficult actually. Actually, it's not super difficult. It's just very expensive. I asked a contractor how I could reface it and got some advice, but then when we went to get a quote from a second gas company, they said that I didn't follow code. So now we're kind of rethinking, and there's a couple big problems with this. The first is that this stud that I put to support everything is too close to the fireplace, so everything needs to be non-combustible. And then the distance from here to this stud is also too small. It should be more like 22 inches of non-combustible material around the fireplace. We're kind of thinking maybe embrace the mistake and also the lower quote for the whole project. With an electric fireplace, we just have to run electrics to the inside of the space there, and it turns the $10,000 to $11,000 project into a probably about $3,000 or $4,000.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to find a plan B because we can't afford what we originally wanted to do. But I think electric will be less than $4,000. I mean, even if we got the nicest insert ever, it would probably still be like a
well, if you include the Samsung frame and the speakers, then that's probably what it'll cost.
Well, we don't have to get a Samsung frame or new speakers. That's not required. Say hi. Say hi. This is mine. But what do you want, Cecilia? And electric is safer for little kids. It's not as hot. It doesn't get hot to the touch, which is it's a good thing.
Here's another major statistic that I like looking at when thinking about how the market's going. This is list price to sales price ratio, or what things sell compared to what they're listed at. For the past 2 years, it's been over 100%, so things are selling for more than they're listing. But for the first time since January of 2020, we're under 100%. So a couple of months ago, it was up to 114, and there's been this dramatic slowdown where people are getting houses under contract for less than they're listed at. this is a big shift in the market and something to definitely kind of watch. We can see that we're starting to, this crash is starting to slow down a little bit. So I just finished an inspection with a client of mine and kind of wanted to point out this little micro neighborhood that we're in because I'm really liking it. And I actually have, I think 4 clients now that have bought in like a 2-block radius right in Crown Hill, which is where we are. And we're just seeing a ton of development around here. There's a lot of townhouses going up, and for the most part, I'm really liking them. I will point out that 2 of those clients have had kind of big problems with the builder. There's been a couple of like clogged drains, leaky shower pans, but they're getting it covered. Even though it is a huge inconvenience, the builder is paying to redo all that work. But right here in Crown Hill is what I think might be like the best value that you can find in Seattle right now. We were even able to get this one almost 2% under list price, with the builder kicking in quite a bit for closing costs. I really like this rooftop deck. There's a good amount of space and some privacy. You are looking into the neighbors over here, but they can't see into your rooftop. And then we're just surrounded by a lot of other townhouses here. It's nice. So there's maybe like 2 big questions that I'm experiencing from people as we see this big market shift. The first being, did I make a bad purchase? And to be honest, if you did buy a couple months ago, I would say you're probably going to see your home value drop a little bit over the next month or 2. I also think that it's going to go right back up and continue going up, and I don't think that real estate is a bad purchase. Kendall was just saying in today's morning meeting that the best time to purchase real estate is yesterday, and I think it's a good sentiment. The other big question is, should I wait to buy? And I mean, honestly, it's a almost impossible question to answer. We can look at historical data and see that most likely values are going to go down a little bit into the fall and stabilize for a couple months and then go up in the spring. So if you're thinking about buying now, it's a pretty good time. As we get through the end of summer into the fall, I think prices are probably going to stabilize a little bit and then go up again early next year. Here's my big mess here. I'm putting a curve in the wall for a fireplace, so I have to cut out like 7 of these triangles here, and then I can carve the drywall around that. But here's probably one of my favorite statistics when looking at how the market's going. This is number of homes for sale versus number of homes sold. And I really think that it's a good indicator of how supply and demand are working together. So we can see that number of listings has gone above number of sales for the first time in almost 2 years. So we're seeing this trend a lot, where the market is starting to slow down and we're starting to see supply pick up and demand slow down, and that's a good thing for home buyers out there. What we can also see is that this last month, while there was a huge uptick in supply, it dropped for the first time in a couple months. And same thing with demand here. There was a drop, and it's starting to pick up again this past month. So, it'll be interesting to watch over the next few months how things shake out. Baby's in bed. I'm not asleep yet. I made this video all in one day and realized that I might have put on like 4 or 5 different shirts. So I definitely have a continuity break. But that's it for now. This is going to be a very interesting fall in the real estate market. We'll see if it follows historical trends and just prices stay steady and pick up again in the spring, or if something unique happens. If you're thinking about making a home in Seattle, send me a message.